Hey guys, Mike here. So today, I'm here to talk to you about 2017's Baby Driver, starring Ansel Elgort as Baby. In Baby Driver, a young man gets cornered into working for a mob boss, and then gets roped into a heist which is doomed to fail. And so we have Baby Driver. So guys, today's movie was requested by one of my subscribers, saying Corselolo. I do hope I'm pronouncing that name right, but in any case, thank you for the recommendation. Now, I have actually seen Baby Driver before, and I did watch it the year it came out, but when I actually eventually came to watch this movie, it was close to coming out of cinemas. It was at least a month, maybe a month and a half after it was originally released. So by that point, I pretty much heard all the reviews about it, saying it's amazing, it's really good, it's one of Edgar Wright's best movies. And when it came to me watching it, though I did really enjoy this film, I didn't think it was, Edgar Wright's best movie. I didn't think it was like the next most amazing film of the year. I thought it was a really well acted, solidly directed, very entertaining movie, but I didn't think it was, god tier movie like most other people did. And watching it, reviewing it today, this is the first time I've rewatched it since first watching it. So as well as this film being recommended, I wanted to see if it actually still held up, see if I still thought it was as good as I did when I first watched it. So, what did I think of Baby Driver? Well, I would say that a lot of the things that I really did like about this film still stand out now. It's fantastically acted, it's brilliantly written, the choreography is outstanding, the fact that it all matches the music is entertaining, and it's just brilliantly done. Though I wouldn't say this movie is as funny as some of Edgar Wright's other movies, this movie is, by itself, still really funny. But I wouldn't say it's the film's strongest point. It's not necessarily the film's worst part either. It's just there are other elements within the film which are just far superior than the actual comedy itself. Well, the driving itself. Now, you would expect a movie with driver in the title to actually be, have good driving in it. And this is a part of the film where it does not disappoint. The stunts and driving in this film are nothing short of amazing. And honestly, I love watching the behind the scenes for the actual stunt driving in this film because it's just really fascinating. Just solid, brilliantly choreographed stunt driving, excellent. And the soundtrack for this movie is really good as well. Quite a few of the songs in this film I'd heard before, but there were a couple little gems which I didn't hear before that, were really good. And though the film has quite a wide variety of different genres of music, it manages to fit it all in and make it feel like one consistent narrative. It makes all these songs feel purposeful and personal to Baby's character. Honestly, the music in this could have gone down the way of Suicide Squad, where it felt like someone just reached in for their iPod and hit and shuffle. But because the music in this is actually integrated into the story, and its characters, actually listening to this music, it makes it feel personal to the character. And like I said, it doesn't hurt that the music actually matches the action in this film, which is something that Edgar Wright has excelled in the past, but this movie takes it to the next level. Whereas in, say, movies like Shaun of the Dead or The World's End, where they have one, maybe two scenes, there are multiple scenes within this film where this technique is used. And each scene keeps constantly topping itself. And not only the action scenes as well, there are also just smaller scenes as well, where it's just brilliantly choreographed to the music as well. Whether it be someone pointing to something, whether it be someone pressing buttons, near enough everything is matched to music, making it feel like one smooth journey. And another highlight of the film is the relationship between Baby and Deborah, which honestly wasn't actually as good as I remembered it being. It's still one of the highlights of the film, but I think it was probably, the first time seeing it, getting really caught up in their relationship, and seeing it again, knowing how it's going to go, it kind of took a little bit of air out the tires. I mean, I still really like their relationship, but I think it was probably better the first time watching it, and it couldn't really recapture the magic the second time round. Again, still a really good part of the film, just not as good as I remember. One major gripe though, not enough John Berthel. The guy's in the movie for about 5, maybe 10 minutes, and then he's not seen again. Shame on you, movie. Use more John Berthel. Because, everything's made better with more John Berthel. But what this movie lacks in John Berthel, it more than makes up for with Kevin Spacey, John Hamm, and Jamie Foxx, who are all just excellent in this and all just bring something different to the table. Overall, guys, Baby Driver is a very, very enjoyable movie. It's fantastically written, acted, and directed, and it's just incredibly fun to watch. And though I would say I enjoyed it a bit more the first time I watched it than the second time round, this movie is obviously very rewatchable, as are a lot of Edgar Wright's movies, because you tend to notice a lot of things which you don't the first time around, and that is still definitely the case with Baby Driver. But do I think you guys should watch this one? Absolutely. If you haven't seen Baby Driver, then I would highly recommend you watch it. If you like Edgar Wright's movies, then I think you're going to like this one too. While I don't personally think it's his best movie, I wouldn't say it's necessarily his worst either. Not that this movie's bad, it's just I think he's done better movies. Okay guys, that's my review of Baby Driver. Do you love it? Do you hate it? What do you think I should watch next? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!